Even if you want to talk to Elon Musk, you can call 3 people and they'll get you connected. You have that access.
That's one thing he probably learned, or very similar style of management. The government does not need to spend a single penny. We'll make the investments. If it was any other country, okay, 8 years ago, we'd already be running 4-5 airports. The 35 airport बनाउनेलाई कसले न कसले एउटा सोचसँग बना होला नि.
Do you think CJ has the potential, if given an opportunity down the road, to liaison, I'm going to use that word, and have these 2 airports and the future airport and the airline and an airlines भने मैले हैन, run successfully in this country and turn it around?
Why liaison? We want to invest as well. I told you,
we're not
we're not a broker company.
I know.
We have been here. We are an institution. We want to strategically partner. I'll give you an example, Sanjay. Almost 8 years ago, I was leading this on behalf of our group. Very, very prominent airport company in the world. Very successful.
I think we know. Uh-huh.
Okay. We came to Nepal. I got them to Nepal. We did a massive study. Okay? त्यो बेला चाहिँ हाम्रो TIA-मा we required almost $64 million for expansion of runway, terminals, etc. So I went to them and I said, listen, they know the airport business. I am the local partner. We both want to do a PPP model for our TIA, whereby the government does not need to spend a single penny. We'll make the investments. Okay, we will upgrade the entire airport. We will make sure not even one person is let go. We will make sure that whatever the government is earning every year, we'll make sure we top it up by 10% every year. And we'll build the 2 new airports at zero cost for the government. If it was any other country, okay, 8 years ago, we'd already be running 4-5 airports. Why weren't we allowed to do it? Because of political instability and no one wanting to take a decision at that time. Even recently, you must have read the news that Adani wants to come and build airports.
How true is that?
I think there is definitely an interest, but a huge question mark into instability. Like when we discussed this exploring airport with our strategic partners, from the time we've started discussing this again after the 7-8 years ago, the government's already changed thrice. So they just look at us and they're like, what's going on? Will the same mindset continue? Will the same policies continue? And we're like, we don't know, let's just wait and watch. Today also, we work with companies that have excellent proven track record. Look at India. Every airport of there is privatized. It's a PPP model. And look how, I think they have like almost touching 100 plus airports. They've come up with this particular the Suvidha, I think Udaan or something like that. The Gorakhpur, I was actually travel garna belama, I saw it, is they want to replace the Bosco travel with comfortable airline travel. Okay? So what do they do is airlines like Indigo, SpiceJet, Air India, government says, you know what, we will give you we'll give you subsidy on the more profitable routes, right? But you guys have to run these other routes which are not profitable for you, but that subsidy will counter it. So now you have Gorakhpur to Delhi at 5,000 rupees. Can you imagine how the economy and connectivity has opened up the entire country? Do you know how many airports are there in Nepal? If I'm not mistaken, 35. How many are functioning? Probably 12. The 35 airport बनाउनेलाई कसले न कसले एउटा सोचसँग बना होला नि. The only way we thrive, we talk about tourism being the backbone, the only way we can thrive on this is having the right airport infrastructure and safe airlines functioning in. But it is possible. Am I exploring it? I don't know.
When you need advice, not within your family, when you need specific advice on today's date, you can call practically anybody in the planet. Almost. Even if you want to talk to Elon Musk, you can call 3 people and they'll get you connected. Am I correct on this or not?
Maybe
Give or take. Give or take. Let's say 5 people, right?
Yeah.
You have that access. How important is that network?
It's extremely, extremely important. Again, having the network itself is not it's not the only component. Having my father always says, your network is your net worth, right? As an entrepreneur, knowing a person and then seeing in a win-win situation what those two people can do for achieving a particular plan or an idea, that's where the beauty lies. So yes, I might know 10 different people. Now, knowing them can be for two reasons. One is I'm friends with them, I can take advice from them, or if it is for a business purpose, how best are we able to create a win-win situation and whether that particular goal justifies their time and resources or not. Once you're able to put this together, I think anything is possible. You have to always go in with that mindset of not extracting something, but creating value for both of you.
Together.
Okay,
so in the same context, I know one person that we both look up to, even though he's not alive today, Singapore बनाउँदाखेरि, one of the things that he said was, जुनसुकै देशको होस्, British had just left, and obviously there was a big change in Singapore. You studied there. It said that I'm going to find intellectual people. नेपालीमा भन्दाखेरि बौद्धिक व्यक्तिहरू म संसारको जहाँबाट पनि ल्याउँछु. I'll bring intellectual people from wherever in the world, and I'll build my nation. There was a lot of uproar. A lot of people said that, why don't we use people from within our sphere? But he was adamant, and he said that no, we're going to find it intellectuals, even if they're people who are just part of who made us a colony. We'll bring them too. We'll bring everybody, smart people, because our country needs intellectual people who've had experience. What do you think of that?
Oh, I think that Singapore is a living example of, because of Lee Kuan Yew's vision and his management style, is where Singapore it is today. I mean, Lee Kuan Yew at that time had visited Sri Lanka. It was Ceylon back then. He saw Ceylon, a small island, infrastructure, tourism, etc. He's like, I want to make Singapore like Ceylon. That time. But then, he slowly started bringing the right person to do the right job, did not compromise on Singapore's goal. He was running Singapore as a CEO. That's one thing he probably learned, or very similar style of management like Mahathir Mohamad. Mahathir Mohamad, the former Prime Minister of Malaysia, always had CEO in his badge. That's how Lee Kuan Yew also ran. To such an extent where there was a time when, there was a union in the airline or airport in Singapore who wanted to shut down some of the airline or restructure it. He came to the union and he said, this is what I'm going to decide to do because this is what's best for the country, this is what's best for the airline or the airport. Okay? And you'll see it. And if tomorrow, even when I die, if someone tries to change that or tries to misuse that, I'll come out of my grave and I'll fix that person. That's the level of fire and dedication he had towards Singapore. Okay? You look at a much more subtle example. India ma 1992 ma things opened up, right?
Atal Bihari.
Malai politics handle garna dinu, economy fix garnalai, he got in Manmohan Singh and Chidambaram, World Bank, IMF. Manmohan Singh later on became the PM. Tii bela huni privatization, natra aile pani हामीहरु ambassador र contessa चढिरा हुन्थ्यो. You require a person with strong management credibility, track record, strong people management, strong networking, strong finance management, strong resource allocation and bringing out the best of the country's resources. You need that kind of a person to build the economy, which in turn will fix our country. Let's keep the politics aside.
Do you think a good CEO would be able to go ahead and run a country?
Probably to some extent, because a good CEO is at the end of the day part of a management. You need a good founder CEO who also has that vision. You need a founder CEO because his skin is in the game. You need a founder CEO because he knows what's at stake to lose.
तपाईले हाम्रो क्लिप एकदमै एन्जोय गर्नुभयो होला. अब पुरै भिडियो हेर्नको लागि चाहिँ युट्युबमा सब्स्क्राइब गर्न नबिर्सिनु होला. व्यास मिडिया नेटवर्क.